Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Caitlin and this is Lux and Wine. And today I've got an unboxing for you of several things that I got on my recent trip to Dallas. My husband and I went to Dallas and Waco for our first wedding anniversary. And so I actually intended only to pick up a couple of things, and this happened. There's a story in our vlog about it and I'll touch briefly as we're going through. But today I'm drinking Apothic Inferno, which I may have had in a previous video. It's really good. It's a really inexpensive bourbon barrel aged red blend. Really good. So have some of that. And then we're gonna just jump into it. So first I'm gonna do these smaller boxes because you guys have already seen these on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. So this is one of the Voyage Extraordinaire Bandeaus. So I actually got two of these. Spoiler alert, that's what's in the other box. But basically it's really pretty. It's got some really cool artwork on it. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can't, I'll insert a clip. But it's double-sided like they all are. So it's kind of jungle on one side and the trunks on the other, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. This is gonna go well in all of my bags, and I've been really trying to up my Bandeau tying skills, so I'm trying to do more than just wrap it around the handle and call it a day. So that was the first one that I picked up. I actually picked these up on the first day from the Louis Vuitton at the Galleria. But here's the other Voyage Extraordinaire in the blue color. And this one is also gorgeous. I wasn't sure that I was gonna get both, but then I was like, you know what? I'm actually thinking I'm gonna do a video about Bandeaus because they are so gorgeous. I mean, they're just stunning. And here's this one. I think this would look really nice on an Azor piece, hint, hint. Instead of doing so many bag charms, especially if you guys watched my very first video, you understand what happened. I think I'm gonna start doing more Bandeaus. So in each collection, maybe I'll pick up a Bandeau. They're fairly inexpensive. I mean, inexpensive compared to Louis Vuitton. They're one of Louis Vuitton's least expensive pieces. Most of them are about $180 to $200 and something, just depending on what you're getting. These ones were about $180 a piece, and they are silk, handmade, and I will say they're really pretty durable because the first one that I got actually still looks amazing. You just steam them, you can have them dry cleaned. That one took a hit from a big pot of water and it was just fine. So this one I'm super excited about. I think I know what it is, but we'll see. I have not, if this is what I think it is, I have not seen this bag in person yet, except in passing. Okay, so let's get into it. It's heavy. Oh, it's an invite to the Louis Vuitton exhibit. Yes, that's what I think it is. Can you guys guess? Do you guys know what it is? You guys. Oh, I'm so excited. I gotta push up Matisse. So this was really hard to get. Let me explain. So I originally, when I went to go buy my Maranon, I was going to get this bag. And I knew it was hard to get, but I didn't realize how hard it was to get because of course after the push-up Matisse had issues, then they kind of didn't discontinue it, but they limited the supply for a really long time and stores were getting very, very limited stock. Then recently I started seeing these all over Instagram with essays saying, I've got one, message me, I've got one, message me. And I'm like, oh, then I'm starting to reconsider it. But at that point I had my Maranon. Well, I explain in our vlog from our anniversary trip what happened to my Maranon, and long story short, I'll have more details in that video, but the Maranon, it went in on the sides, and the way that it went in, it had started to collapse. So instead of going in, it was going out, and it was so bad that the back of the bag, instead of being kind of sharp cornered like this, was starting to stick out like that. It was really strange. So I took it back to the store in Dallas while I was there and had one of my associates look at it, and he was like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. He's like, how often is this happening? And I was like, well, it was just ever so often, and now it's, almost daily. And so the bag was just completely losing its shape, and it was only 4 months old. I really think it probably had more to do with the way I was carrying it and the design of the bag. That bag is top handle. So the difference between that bag and this bag is this, you can hold it with your hand, but you can't put your wrist in it. I really liked that one you could put over your arm and wear crossbody. But truly, I don't feel like that bag is intended to be 75 to 90% crossbody. I think that bag was truly intended to be a top handle that can be worn crossbody, because the way that it pulled, because even the way this one pulls from the sides, so your weight is always going down, but that one, the straps were on the back. So it's always gonna cause more pressure coming from the back, which causes the bag to pull that way as you put things in it. So they ended up doing an exchange, and they didn't have another Maranon, and I was like, okay, I have a crazy idea. And I explained to my associate Jason, hi Jason, that I had been looking for one of these, but it is actually less expensive than the Maranon. And I know everybody's got it, but I think that it's actually gonna fit my lifestyle better. I've tried it on an Empreinte, and I actually have it on my wish list in red in Empreinte, and I love it. If it was possible, I wanted to get this piece, which meant that I actually had to get 2 pieces because you have to use an entire credit at once. And honestly, I was also super shocked that this happened after what went down with my Neverfull. And I even told him, I was like, I feel like I'm like cursed. And he was like, no. And he was like, this is very rare. Don't worry about it. We're here to take care of you. I'm like, oh my gosh. Basically, Jason went all over the country calling stores, trying to find a store that had this and the second bag that I got to use the rest of the credit, and then I paid extra. But anyways, the point is I ended up with this beauty, and I'm so excited. And it has a pocket on the back, this was my other complaint about the Maranon. It didn't have the pocket on the back. So now I can put my cell phone in this pocket and then have all my things in here. And then when I'm carrying my bag, instead of opening this, which this, by the way, you press to open, and we've got a monogram strap, and then the micro suede interior. And this is also the same interior that was in the Maranon, which is another reason why I really love. I don't know why they don't do this in the Empreinte. They really need to. I love it because it's got 2 compartments, so I can actually put my agenda fits in here, and my pouches, my wallet, everything I need. And then my phone goes in the back. And then when I'm carrying it, I don't have to open this a ton to get in here. And then I did ask Jason, I said, can you tell me what you think you've seen as far as people who have this bag and had problems with it? And he said that one of the most common things he's seen with this bag is people overstuffing it. There you go, people. Don't overstuff your bags. And I think that's a rule with pretty much any bag. Don't overstuff it, especially when it comes to luxury, because a lot of these bags, some you can get the shape back, but some, once the shape's gone, that's it. You've ruined it. So the original problem with this bag was cracked canvas and the glazing just kind of sliding off. So obviously there was kind of an issue with that. Now it shouldn't happen anymore because part of that was definitely a factory issue, but either way, you should not overstuff your bags. So this is whatever fits in this bag. This is gonna expand a little bit, but if you're applying any pressure closing this more so than just getting it to click, or it's stressed, then you need to take something out of your bag. Also, I'm totally gonna tie one of those bandeaus on this. And also I will be treating this because you guys haven't seen on my Instagram, I did post some photos of me treating the Maranon and my Toiletry 15. So I will be treating this as well. If you'd like me to do a video on it, I think I will. Just go on ahead. Let me move on to the next bag. I think I chatted enough about that. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. I waited so long for these because we ordered them while we were on the trip, and then they didn't come right away, and then that was like a whole thing. Okay. Ooh, I think I know which one this one is. Okay. Yes. Okay, you guys, so this is the bag. This isn't the other bag that goes with this one. This is the one that I actually planned to purchase on this trip. It was a part of our trip. This was a big shopping trip. The first part was our anniversary trip, and then the second part was big luxury shopping because we don't have that kind of stuff here in Louisiana. At least in the part where I live. There is down in New Orleans, but there is not here. So anyways, I got a very squished, let me fluff her out, Speedy 25 in Damier Azur. And I did actually vlog in the store me looking at these, so you'll see that in our vlog, but oh my gosh, I'm excited. I've ordered an organizer from Samorga for it. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. So I got that, so the 25. So I'll open the next one and then we'll talk about them together. Going for the classics. So I've wanted a Speedy forever. I think I talked in one of my other videos about how I had wanted a Speedy forever because when I was in high school, I wanted a Speedy 25 because that was the affordable bag at the time. Of course, I remember back in high school, my mom and I went to Louis Vuitton in the Houston Galleria. And at the time, they didn't have the bandolier because that was 2000, a long time ago, more than 15 years ago. This bag at the time in monogram, not bandolier, was $550. Today, this bag retails north of $1,400. So let me tell you, if I had bought a Speedy back then, even though it was a crazy amount of money, and I had no business carrying a $500 bag in high school, I would have made a great investment, and I could have sold it today used for probably a 25% profit. I mean, it's crazy, especially if you take care of your bag. Now, if I had abused it or something, if your handles are black, that's a whole nother story. However, these truly are a classic, a staple. I'm so excited to wear this because I really needed a light colored bag. Anyways, let me get into this next one. Oh, I've waited so long for this bag. So this, nope. This is a Speedy 30. As you can see, I got the Speedy 25 in the Damier Azur, and I got the Speedy 30 in Damier Ben. And this was what I got with my credit for my Maranon. So with my credit for my Maranon, I got this and this. Now, obviously the Maranon didn't cover both, so I did have to pay extra. But this was significantly less expensive than the Maranon, which is why I was able to get two things. Because also the Maranon had leather on it versus these only have leather straps. But this is also the Speedy 30 bandolier. So now you can see both sizes, and they are a little wrinkled, but that will come out. But you can see the difference between the two sizes. See, it's kind of blown out there. There you go, 25 and the 30. Also, if you notice, the handle drop is a little bit different. So this one does fit on my arm, but it is a little bit smaller. However, this one has a little bit more give. So the idea when I was thinking I needed this color in the 25 and this color in the 30 is that generally in the summertime, I'm carrying crossbody and smaller bags because I want to be free, I want to do stuff, and I'm not, your clothing is thin and your arms are usually bare. So both of these are perfect for that. The 30 size like this kind of looked a little bit off on me crossbody. However, this bag I still love. So the reason for this then is that in the winter time, this is gonna be my fall winter bag because then when I'm wearing sweaters, long sleeve shirts, jackets, I can still put it on my arm or carry it because generally in the winter time, I might use crossbody later, but most of the time I'm just carrying my bag or have it on my arm because you've got a scarf on, you've got your coat, you've got a lot more bulk. So you need a little bit more of a handle drop and the ability to carry your bag easily in a different way. Anyways, this has the red interior. So I have an organizer for it that's gonna give it its shape. But then I could also take my scarf off and put it in there. And then that would make it, if I was too hot, I didn't want to carry it around. So that would be great. But anyways, I may do another video comparing these two if you guys want to see that, but I want to wait until I get my organizers in and I've carried them for a little bit and I can really speak to, some of the things that people talk about, like the opening difference, and then what fits in there, maybe do a what's in my bag with both. So if you guys would like to see that, leave a comment down below and let me know. Maybe I'll do some Bandeau demos. What do y'all think? Okay, so on Instagram, there's a girl called LVOE is LV, and she does some really awesome bows and things with the bandeaus. Some of the stuff she does, I figured out, and some of it I'm like, that's advanced. And there's a bunch of people on Instagram that do this. I really liked what she did, and I really gotta work on my bow skills. But I think this one would be a good one. She does some really cool stuff with the push-up Matisse too. She'll like twist it around, she'll bow it on the end. It's really cool. That I haven't tried yet, but with this one, I actually have this on my Instagram and I tagged her in it since she's the first one I remember. If somebody else did it before her, sorry, but that's the person that I saw first on Instagram, and so I tagged her. Basically, I'm putting it through the little loop here. And then I'm tucking the side with the label. I know some people might take these labels off, but I it makes me nervous. Like, what if I ever wanted to sell it? I mean, I don't know if I want to sell these because these are gorgeous and timeless. The designs are timeless, but so I don't know if some people, you can kind of fold it like that to make it a little tighter, but I just kind of keep it like this and kind of just let it fall how it's gonna fall to where that won't pop out. I just put about 2 inches under there, and then I just kind of roll it around the handle. And then you want to get it pretty tight, not horribly tight, but like you don't want to stretch it obviously, but I do it pretty firmly. And then when I get down here, I don't know if this is exactly how she did it. This is just how I felt it should work. I did subscribe to see, I think she does do videos, but I don't think she does them on YouTube. So I did like almost like a little loop knot there. And so I'm gonna pull that down, and then that'll kind of keep that from going anywhere. So that's nice and tight. And then now I'm gonna take it like I'm gonna do a bow, and you want the bow to be the direction that you're gonna go. And then you're gonna take that tail and wrap it around the back. And then you kind of have that right there. And then you're gonna kind of give yourself a little loop like that and stick it through. And then that should give you this kind of, you kind of have to play with it a little bit. Again, I don't know if this is exactly how she did it. This is just how I did it. And I thought it was cute and kind of different. And if you do pull it enough, you could kind of fake it to be like a bow. Like if I pull this, like, because technically it could look like a bow like that. If you let it hang down, then that's a cute way to do it. So there's my new Speedy 25. With my Bandeau on it, and again, one of many Bandeaus to come. Again, leave a comment below if you want to see a video on Bandeaus, because I do have 4 now, and then I have another one on pre-order. The new collection that's coming out in the fall. That's the one with the animal print, and it's like orange and brown and tiger and leopard. And so this was kind of like the early part of that, but I do believe this one's a separate collection, and I ordered a Bandeau from that one too. So I think once that comes in, I might do a video about Bandeaus, you know, caring for them, storing them, the value. So many people talk about small leather goods as a good starter piece for Louis Vuitton, but honestly, I think Bandeaus are where it's at, because they're cheaper and you can do so much more with them. You can wear it as a scarf, you can put it on your bag, you can wear it as a belt, you can wear it in your hair. Like, you can do so much with these, versus if a key clay is your first Louis Vuitton piece, then you put your keys in it, put it on a keychain, that's about it. I put these in my Rebecca Minkoff bags, and they look so cute and really elevate those bags, which is really nice on days when I may not want to carry an expensive bag. Aside from this one, this is probably the only one that I would carry if it was a rainy day. And if it's a torrential downpour, it's gonna rain all day kind of day, like, I would be okay being caught in the rain with this one. But if I thought it was going to rain or knew it was going to rain all day, I would switch to one of my Rebecca's, which is the an all leather bag that I'm not worried about, that I wouldn't be heartbroken if it got soaked. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed filming it, and I'm so excited because this is my first time seeing, I had seen this one in person before, but I actually had not seen the 25. This is actually relatively hard to get in the summertime, so I was a little bit shocked by that. And then, of course, the it bag of the moment, soon to be a classic bag. I really feel like at this point, this bag has been so big for so long, I feel like it's okay to call it classic. Again, thank you guys. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and leave a comment down below of video suggestions, things that you would like to see. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone. I never take wine breaks. Of course, part of that's because there's a white bag next to me, so.